my co-debater, panel of judges, good afternoon. Chinedum is my name, and I'm here to propose the motion which says that temptation comes from God. My co-debater and my opponent, they've all defined the meaning of temptation and the rudiments of temptation. Now, let me take you down the memory lane. I want you to understand that really temptation comes from God. And I want to unveil, I want to bring out some certain places in the scripture where truly God tempts. Okay, my opponent says that God doesn't tempt with evil. Okay, let me take you down. In the book of Exodus chapter 4 from verse 21, the Bible made us to understand that God himself hardened the heart of Pharaoh. God tempted, God blocked, God hardened the heart of Pharaoh so that he would not let the children of Israel go in order to demonstrate his greatness. That is to say, God tempted in order to demonstrate his greatness. But first of all, he had to do it in order to deal with Pharaoh. That is one. Secondly, we all know that in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 24 verse 1, the Bible made us to understand that God tempted in order to, the Bible says God was angry, God was infuriated with the children of Israel. And what did he do? He moved David, he allured David to count the children of Israelites. Meanwhile, that was a sin. He counted the children of Israel, and God in turn dealt with the children of Israel. The Bible made us understand about 70,000 Israelites died from Dan to Beersheba. That is evil. Thirdly, I want us to understand something. The Bible also made us to understand that God tempts us in order to develop our perseverance. The Bible made us to understand in the book of James chapter 1 verse 2. It says, count it all joy when you fall into diverse trials and temptation, for the testing of your faith develop perseverance. Now, I want to make you understand that God can tempt you. The Bible made us to understand in the book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 20. Moses said something. Moses said, don't be afraid when you are tempted, for God allowed you to be tempted in order to put his fear on you so that you stop sinning. That is to say that God tempts in order to put his fear in us in order to stop sin, for us to stop sinning. Now, in conclusion, I want to ask us a question. Why is it that we make it a norm in Christendom to quote a particular scripture that she quoted, Matthew chapter 6 verse 13, which says, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil? That is to say, God himself, the Bible says, lead us not into temptation. That means God has a tendency to lead you into temptation. If you don't effectively pray this particular scripture, if you want to know why, don't pray those particular scriptures unless you want becomes of you. In conclusion, I want to put it this way. I must have justified you that temptation comes from God.